Okay, so I'm going to do a quick video about the basic chain punches Lin Wan Kuen. So we've gone through our basic stance, setting up and first form, and we're going to go through the basic chain punch in a little bit more detail. So this is what your opponent should see, not very much, so they don't see the back fist. So by the time it's hit him, it's too late. That's kind of the idea. So we're hiding the back fist behind the front one. Okay, so as we draw this down, we're punching through with the back. So when we're first learning this, we want to make sure we're not locked out for the punch, so just slightly relaxed off the locked arm, and the back fist sits roughly level with your elbow here. So we think of sliding this down the wall. So if you've got a wall to use, that might be a useful way of learning this. And then as you punch, you're drawing this back at the same time. So we're basically loading one fist while hitting with the other. Okay. So what's happening is this is driving forward, and we're hitting from the elbow. What we're not doing is this. This would be like a hammer fist with no power. We want this. So we're expanding both the shoulder joint and the elbow joint at the same time to create a piston. Okay, and then we're dropping this down, driving this forward, drawing this back, dropping this down, driving forward, drawing back. So what we're describing here is a sort of a rugby ball shape. What we're not doing is a football shape. So if you're doing this, you're doing it wrong. Make sure this is driving forward. Okay, so initially just try and get the pattern. So obviously you need to drill this so that it's second nature. So it's just a matter of drilling through the punches. So we'll do a couple of sets of punches just to get you moving. So one to each count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we also want to put a little bit of explosive energy on the end. So when you're first learning this, don't worry about that. That's going to come by over time by practicing these and just getting this movement relaxed. If I'm tense while doing this, that's going to slow down this movement. So when we're first practicing, we do singles just to get the movement, then we'll do sets of threes. So we'll do 3 punches to each count. But what we're not doing is putting any energy on the end of it, because if we did, then that's going to inhibit the movement of these 3 punches. So we're doing the three punches to each count, but without any energy at all. So we're not trying to put any power into this. And then obviously if we were to add explosive energy at the end, it would slow it down. We'd have energy, 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 but we're trying to switch it off in between. So it's useful to do singles with a little bit of energy on the end, explosive energy just on the end, and then to do threes with nothing. And then when we put them together, what we've got is a very powerful punch that's also very fast, with the explosion just on the end, so we can switch off and relax afterwards. Okay, so this is our basic Lin Wan Kuen punches. Think of dropping this down in a straight line, punching through and drawing back at the same time. The biggest danger of this is we're going to injure our elbows. If we're throwing energy and power into these punches and locking our arms, we're going to damage our elbow. So make sure you're not doing that. So start off slowly. Make sure you're not locking your arm at the end of that punch. If you can find a central line point, you can hang a plumb line, like a bit of string, which I have somewhere. So if you use a bit of string and a weight and a bit of blue tack, you can just hang a straight line, and that will help you hit the same spot each time. If you have a mirror, that's better. You can hang this in front of a mirror as well, and that will be helpful later for the turns. But this is quite useful just to mark out what you're hitting, because often when you're learning this, you're punching lots of different spots. So a marker, even just a piece of paper on the wall with a line in it, is a good way to kind of mark out where you're hitting each time, and just start slowly getting used to this pattern, hitting that same spot each time. Then later you can add power, and then we can practice threes with speed. So single punches are just one at a time, nice and steady. Use threes with no energy. And obviously when you're first learning this, these will be all over the place. So use a marker so that it hits in the same spot each time. And we're striking with these bottom 3 knuckles here. Okay. Okay, so that's Kuen, our single thrusting punch. That's all for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.